Welcome to the Kelly Cast. The Kelly Cast. Hey, yo, peeps. Welcome to another episode of me, my bros, and Cuzzos on the Kelly Cast. I'm your host, Kelly Williams. On this particular episode, I will be talking with one of my brothers from another mother, my friend, my comedian friend, Bob Featherer. This is particularly special because we started stand-up on the same night, the exact same night, at the same comedy club, which is where we met, and we've been comedy brothers ever since. My for real day one, Shane. So whenever both of us was there on open mic night, which was usually all of the time, the list was either he was first or I was first. And if I was first, he was second. And if he was first, I was second. This is on open mic. So this is how we learn to develop strength and energy to be on point and get those laughs. It's that pressure, Shane, because we had to go up in front of a somewhat cold audience. I mean, the MC would warm them up, but we had to carry the energy to maintain that level of warmth or higher. Yeah. Good times, for sure. Now, there are many more comedic experiences that we've had together. We would write together, give each other tags for our bits, give each other bits for our tags, give each other segues, all callbacks, made money together. We did road gigs together, benefit gigs together, talking several shows together. We definitely, without a doubt, have over 10,000 hours in on stage. And it wasn't together all of the time, but up to this point, we are both well over 10,000 hours in the game. You know what? Check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, my comedy brother, Bob motherfucking Featherer.
What the hell's up, K-Rock? How the hell are you, man?
Man, I'm good, but extremely too busy all at the same time, man.
Good problem to have these days.
Yeah, it's the gift and the curse, you know. So I wanted to include you in on a series that I have on the Kelly Cast called Me, My Bros, and Cuzzos. And since you are technically one of my bros, I wanted to talk shit with you both. Just just talk shit. There's no formalness to it at all.
I'm honored.
You can smoke your weed over there if that's what you're doing.
I switched to crack, but it's cool.
Damn, Bob. What, the weed wasn't enough?
Second out of comedy, I can afford the real drugs.
He said he switched to crack. That's fucked up. Woo.
No, same old shit, man.
But what's up, bro, man? It's been a long time since we spoke, man.
It's been a long damn time. It's been a minute.
You have grandchildren, Bob?
Hell no. No, I got a 16-year-old. I better not have grandchildren.
Ooh.
The only grand I have is my furniture. They won't get that joke out in LA, though. That's a 757 joke right there.
It's exclusive. Woo. Shout out to the 75777 Shane. Bro, how you doing, man? What I missed?
I'm alive. I'm talking to you, man. That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Because as we've seen in our circle, they're dropping like flies the last few years.
Yes, man. Bro, that shit is the Joey Grant, man.
Yeah, it was fucked up. I got a thing on Facebook on Friday on my Facebook. Was it not the pay? What is it called? not memories, like whatever it was, but something came up and it was a menu. It had Caesar salad, like this joke Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
It had a Caesar, and I looked at it. I'm like, fuck, I'm not into ghosts, but I wonder if that's his way of saying, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm not. It's on my. I can send it to you. I didn't put it on Facebook. Wow. I sent it to Dean, and I sent it to Mike Ishmael. We chatted. I haven't talked to Mike in a few years, and we chatted yesterday for a bit.
What?
But that was what dude. I haven't hung out with anyone from comedy. I've been out for 10 years now. 10 years. Last year was I had 10 years in July last year.
Of off the scene.
When I left it, man.
Said fuck it, huh?
I've seen two comedians perform in the last 10 years. One was Beatty and one was Jake Johansson. That was it.
Wow. Like you really stepped out of the whole scene altogether, huh?
Well,
wow.
You quit drinking. You don't hang out at a bar if you quit drinking, right? Oh yeah, I left it. I went to the real world. Been in the real world the last 10 years, man.
Wow. Any particular profession?
Yeah, I've been with the last 10 years.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. I did something similar, except I didn't fully drop out. I kind of just shifted it from full-time to part-time. You know, I'm pretty sure you've noticed that I disappeared off of the whole social media for about 6 years.
Yeah, we wondered what happened to you there.
I was going through a lot of personal shit, man. I was going through, it was just too much for me to even, and I had graduated from, with my bachelor's, and I didn't have time the way I did anymore to get on social media like that. I ended up working in the solar industry. And,
wow.
Selling,
you were making some money, basically.
Oh yeah. Selling solar over this phone. People never saw my face, Bob. I'm selling them solar over the phone. Send them a contract through DocuSign and all the whole nine. I have to check their credit. They'll give me their social security numbers. I did all of this shit, man. I was in the corporate office of this company that had 7 branches across the state of California. So I was doing that for like 6 years, but I was still dipping into comedy clubs. You know what I mean? I was doing open mics, this and that, but it wasn't as frequent as I would have liked it to be. I just didn't have the time, and then after working long ass hours at work, sometimes I didn't even have the energy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I definitely get that.
Yeah, so that's why I shifted to the podcast before the pandemic, but then I lost focus and just stopped working on it. So 6 years later, because I graduated in 2014, 6 years later, you know, the idea of the podcast comes back up again. It's like, okay, well, this is a way to be on stage without actually being on stage. So that's where it's at.
We had parallel lives, dude. Because we started comedy on the same day together. We graduated college the same year because I got my degree in 2014.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. I went back to college, man.
Shit, I did sand in my 40s, dude. I was like Rodney Dangerfield on campus, man.
Going back to school?
Fuck yeah, man.
He said Rodney Dangerfield. Wow.
We graduated, when he said 2014, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That's when I graduated from Virginia Wesleyan in 2014.
Wow. Yeah. So obviously our lives were, life was happening for us, but parallelly.
Funny story about it, man. I did a show in 2011, which turned out to be my last show, which wasn't the plan going in, but I had one of those shows where every joke was hidden, everything was perfect, and it was like I had a moment of clarity that it was never going to get any better than this. This is the time to go now. Leave while you're on top. And I actually made the decision on stage in the middle of a show. I was going to quit, and got a standing ovation because I put everything out that night. Came back on to another 10 minutes or 5, whatever it was, 5-10 minutes, and I told the crowd, I said, you guys have been great. You've been special, and you've been my last crowd. Good night. I'm done. And I walked off stage, and the owner looked at me and said, yeah, right. And I said, I'm serious. Can I have my check? I just wanted my money. He said, you're going to hang out? I said, no, I'm going to go check out and drive home. I was in Fredericksburg, Virginia that night. And I checked out, drove home, got home, called my girl on the way home. My girlfriend, she met me at my house, and she's like, what's going on? I said, I just quit comedy. And it was a saying. I mean, how many times have you said you're going to quit up to that point? Me telling Christy that, and telling my girlfriend Claudia, who I've been with for a long time, been telling her the same thing. And she'd heard that a few times. I said, no, I'm done. That was on a Friday night. I had my 25th high school graduation that Saturday night, and Monday I was at TCC registering for classes.
Wow. That's
yeah,
right.
it did turn. I made that decision to quit. Stuck with school, finished it out. Took like 3 years, but I finished it while I was working full time, and here I am.
Damn, we do have parallels, Bob. That's pretty much.
Very much so.
That's pretty much how it happened for me. I just kind of vamoosed a little bit, like part-time style, doing open mics.
Finished like it started off then, right?
Pretty much. Damn, full circle, huh? Full fucking circle. Wow, man, that is very interesting, man. Well, damn sure are parallel.
Very much so.
Huh. Because I started working full time after school too. That's crazy.
I got sick of it, man. Gigs canceling. I couldn't imagine what everybody went through with last year and everything with the pandemic.
Woo!
They still got paid more through the checks from the government, but they got something.
Yeah.
They probably made more than they did in comedy that year just because of that. But
Right. Yeah, that was rough on the whole comedy industry for real. But a lot of the mainstream acts that were, mainstream before the pandemic, they did just fine from what I saw. If you didn't have a name already before the pandemic, then it's back to hard knock life. Shit. So that kind of put a little fire under me. To be like, all right, I gotta at least be for the next pandemic.
The next time the Spanish flu comes by.
The remix.
I planned ahead for this. I'm good to go.
Do you still blaze, Bob?
Of course, man.
This won't be on.
MS. I have to. Well, I've been smoking weed since comedy. So let's say 90. I started comedy in 91. I think the first time I smoked was my 21st birthday, which would have been, doing the math here, 68. I would have been 89. So 2 years before I started comedy is when I started smoking weed. And all this time I was planning ahead because I didn't realize I had MS, but I was treating it anyway. That was my excuse. But yeah, dude, it's I'm like Montel Williams with it, man. It works. It's amazing how it helps. It's got a lot of good medicinal values. No matter what people say, I'll tell them, I was like, you live in my shoes for a week, you would be glad to have weed around.
Right.
It kills a lot of the pain.
Do you mind if I include this part on the?
Absolutely, because March is MS Awareness Month. March starts tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
I do a lot of podcasts in March. I do to spread awareness for MS. I honestly do, man.
All right, I'm gonna include that on there, man.
Absolutely. Let's see, Coral is 16. I got diagnosed 17. I got diagnosed. Can't remember it was before. I got diagnosed at 9 months later. Exactly 9 months later, Coral was born.
Wow.
So I always tell people, how I deal with bad situations. If I get upset, I don't leave the bedroom. The doctor said, "You have MS." I said, "Okay, I can do some fucking."
Yeah. Get it all in while you can, right?
Yeah, for stuff stops working.
Bob, so you said you're gonna get yours, huh?
But you were with me. Remember that time we were on the road and we went to go see Saving Private Ryan, and we laughed at it.
Yes.
We laughed during Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
Remember I had the problem with my face? That was MS, man. We just didn't know it then.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the beginning of MS. Well, I can't remember what it's called. Bell's palsy. That's what they thought it was. It was MS.
Oh,
I didn't know. No one knew. I forgot about that. We were together for that.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Alabama or somewhere.
We were laughing our ass off like it was a comedy movie.
Veterans from World War II were giving us dirty looks like, motherfucker. You don't know what that was like and you want to laugh?
That's because they didn't know how good the weed we was on.
People, like that Seinfeld episode, they were making out during Schindler's List. We got stoned during Saving Private Ryan. Smoked some good shit. Yeah, the war was bad, but we had marijuana, so we were good. Got us through the tough times. God, this is like the old days, man. I haven't had you laughing like this in a while. This is shit we do to get high and fucking laugh our asses off.
Constantly writing too. But you know, one thing that always sticks out of my head, and I will never forget, is when it's a road story.
I hope it's not the one I'm thinking of.
Is it? Are you thinking of something at Virginia Tech?
Yep. We're on the way to Virginia Tech.
Oh wait, this is a different one.
We got pulled over, and I said, "We don't do drugs. We're comedians."
Oh.
Comedians, we don't do drugs. Yeah. That was like the dumbest thing I've ever said in my life. He was going through the trunk and found an old bag. He was like, "I got something," and it was like a roach from the '60s. He found the bag. I think they found Jimmy Hoff in the car or something. I got something.
Sure did, Bob. Now you bring it all back.
Joey and I got caught up at the crossing the border to go into Canada together. We had drug dogs all over the car because we both had weed, but they never found it on us.
What?
Yeah, that was right before I got out. We were touring. We did a tour together, and it ended in Canada. Mm-hmm. We had to cross the border, and of course, we're two young. Well, I don't want to say young as me, but two single men together with a car full of stuff. Looked like they were living out of it, which we kind of were because we were on the road.
Yeah.
And they assumed we had drugs. I could use the old, "Well, we're comedians. We don't do drugs." That wasn't going to work twice. I just better say it at that time.
We're comedians. We don't do drugs.
We don't do drugs. We're comedians. I actually said that with you. I still can't believe I was that dumb. No, not us. We're comedians. We're clean.
Coca-Cola is too much for us.
We're not Mormons, so we're good.
It wasn't that story, but I'm glad you remembered that one because you brought it all back. But the one I was thinking of, I can't remember what city. We were on the road, and it was the night we did those shrooms, man. It was a quarter each. You remember that?
Yes. Damn, I buried that one. I forgot about that one.
What?
No, yeah, I'd forgotten about that one.
Remember when the girl showed us her titties, Bob?
Yes. We don't like titties. We're comedians. It didn't work there either, did it?
Oh, man. Man, we did like a dual monologue on those titties for about 5 minutes.
God, man, I'd forgotten about that. That was hilarious. You get the right one, I'll talk to the left one.
She was trying to really like turn us on, right? To get things started, right? And we laughed at them like they were clowns, like they were
like Ronald McDonald and Grimace talking to us.
I'll never forget that night. I remember walking from, I guess we were at a frat house. Remember we went to the frat house after the show?
Yeah.
And
it's funny because I'd forgotten all about that until you just brought it up now.
What?
That's one of that one. A couple stories I'd forgotten about, man. That's definitely one of them.
Wow.
It's coming back to me now, but it was a fun night, but I didn't remember the story itself until now.
Just like the one you just said when we were pulled over. I forgot, and then you started telling more details. I was like, oh, that's right. We damn sure, we got some history.
Like Abe Lincoln at the bar we used to work on. Remember this? I can't remember, it was Brad's second generation, the Abe Lincoln guy.
Oh shit! Where were we, man? Do you remember where city that was? Was that
Virginia Beach? That was at home, man.
Was it?
Yeah, that was at Brad's generation over by Lynn Haven Mall. It was like a Saturday night open mic thing we did. We got free beer for it.
That's the Shrooms night?
No, that was Abe Lincoln night. Shrooms night was, it had to be Blacksburg. It was either Radford or Blacksburg.
Oh, I think it was Blacksburg. No, it was Radford, man. Because you had, like, you knew some people, I think.
I worked that room a lot. Pat used to throw me that room.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I worked that room multiple times a year.
Pat Miller room, huh?
That was a fun gig too.
Oh man, yeah, man. I remember walking back we left that house. I think it was with a couple of those girls. You, a couple of those girls, maybe 2 or 3 of them. I can't remember the number, but it was definitely girls with us. And we going back to try to smash and get some ass was the last thing on our mind. And we were walking to the back to their place. It was nighttime, of course, and we were I remember looking up at the clouds in the sky, and the shrooms kicked in right about then. So all the clouds were starting to look like things.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Did you hear that, Bob? The cloud is talking to me.
I was talking to you.
Yes. The clouds.
Now our music and pictures are in the same clouds. We just didn't know it back then.
Right. Then we got back to their place, man, and I remember we called Triple D that night too. Well, I did. I called Triple D and I was like, "Where's the justice, motherfucker?"
Oh shit, we did, yes.
Remember that?
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about that, man. You're right, we did.
I think we called him a couple times. The first time I think we were laughing so hard I couldn't get anything out. We couldn't say no words. I think it was man, we were so fucked up.
God, I forgot about that part. You're right, we did. We called Triple D up a bunch of times.
Yep. Bunch of times. And then he finally said, "Where's the justice?" on his voicemail or answer machine. Well, it's probably an answer machine back then, you know.
There's another God rest his soul, people, man. Another guy out of the loop.
Yeah, that fucked me up too, man. Damn.
He's another person I miss from the old days.
He's a good dude. Very good dude, man. I liked the style of stand-up. I liked his little catchphrase, "Where's the justice?"
Remember the rap he did?
Yes, he used to do. Yes, I don't remember it verbatim, but I remember that was part of his set. Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Triple D.
He's been gone 15 years because Coral was he died like 4 days after Coral's first birthday. So he's 15. He's been gone now. Because I was 39. So I turned 54 a couple weeks ago. So yeah, 39.
Happy belated birthday, Bob.
Thank you. I was 39 with a 1-year-old.
Wow.
I waited till the last minute to do that shit, didn't I?
Yeah. You know about the whole. I had a daughter at one point, and 7 years in, found out that she wasn't mine. Yeah.
More COVID showed up and gave you some not so good.
Yes.
I do remember that.
You are not the father. Matter of fact, you are not even.
You are not the neighbor. You're nothing.
You got kids? 3? Wow. I used to have a kid. The results of the DNA test came back. That seems everything. I'm just glad I kept the receipts. I took all kind of shit back. It was crazy. It wasn't even her kid. I don't know what the hell was going on. Like, look, little dude, the jig is up.
It's funny, if Coral hears all this stuff, there's so many things I haven't told her about. She's gonna find out now. I thought comedians didn't do drugs, that's what you told me. I've been holding on to that story for years. If it's not alcohol, it's booze or it's women. It's one or three or a combination of all of them.
Chris Rock admitted that actually in his stand-up special.
Tambourine Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I liked it. I like Chris Rock. I've always liked him.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Man.
I wish I had the guts to do that because all mine was 99% bullshit on stage.
But didn't it derive from some sort of truth, though, right?
Yeah, there was a very small, minute amount of truth in the jokes. Yeah, not much. I look back on the older I get, the farther away from it I get because it's weird. I listened to my CD a couple of weeks ago, man, and I couldn't get away with half that material now because of the Karen world we live in. At least 50% of that CD couldn't be done now. I have to do it differently. Yeah. and I made that first CD in 2005, maybe. I don't even want my daughter to hear that.
Hey, damn, Dad, I see you differently now.
I have never let her hear my stand-up ever. She found it without my permission because it's not on the internet anywhere. Because I made that CD before the internet was really big. Obviously, it's not like it is now.
Yeah.
Before smartphones and everything. So if she's heard it, she found it in the house after I moved out, which is possible, but who knows? I hope not. I don't have 1 minute of stand-up, thank God, on YouTube. Not one. I got out before all that stuff got big. So, like I said, if she's heard it, there was a CD found in the house after I moved out, which is possible. Her mom might have sent one.
Yeah.
I think she makes some money off of it.
Did it get that bad?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I could say this now, it was the right thing to do, but looking back as a man, other men will say, what were you thinking? But I confessed before I moved out.
You confessed?
Yeah.
To infidelities?
All 78 of them, or 89, whatever it was.
Whoa, what?
All of them, yeah. I just said I enjoyed myself on the road.
Oh, but things were already like kaput at this point anyway, right? So
yeah, I was leaving. I figured I owed her that. I felt like, in all honesty, I owed her that, so I gave her that and told her, I said, trust your intuition. Your intuition, because it was right. All those times you thought I was. When the cops or fireman died, the wife will marry the next husband's the same cop or fireman, just a different guy, obviously same job. Yeah. I thought she would do that too. I'm like, which comedian is she gonna fuck after me?
Oh shit.
How many times I call her from the road crying? Oh my God, I fucked these 2 chicks in the college kick last night. I feel so bad about it.
Oh shit! You did it like that?
Hell no. What are you, fucking crazy, man? I'm kidding you, dude. No. What the hell was that movie? With Out of Sight with George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez.
I didn't see that.
One. There was Ving Rhames. Remember him?
Yes.
His character, every time he stole shit, he would call his sister crying for everything he did wrong. He confessed to his sister everything on the phone after he committed sins and broke laws. That was me. I did that. No, she knew. Women aren't stupid. She knew. Come home after 6 weeks on the road. I'm not horny. Duh. Hello.
I just want to take a nap.
Put that away. I'm tired. Put some clothes on. I was on the road all day.
What's wrong with you? What do you think this is?
That was the first clue, because I made the mistake of coming home a few times with a pair of panties and a suitcase kind of shit.
Oh, damn, man.
Not the big I've left panties in my suitcase slip up.
It wasn't just the panties. It was like, oh, a size 2, really? I thought you liked a big ass. It's like, well, size 2 is still kind of nice. No, it's not skinny. I got in trouble for fucking a chick that looked better than her, that was smaller than her.
Wow.
I left her underwear in my suitcase. Yeah, that kind of shit.
Damn.
Oh man, it happens so much you get sloppy. But I gotta tell you this story here because I know this is gonna make you pee your pants. This is a straight up road story.
Okay.
I was working out in Kansas City with a friend of mine who at the time was a celebrity. So there was always, the top shelf kind of women were hanging out. And these 2 girls came up to me after the show. Kelly, I am not exaggerating at all. 2 of the hottest chicks you've ever seen. Like just straight up hot. What are these girls talking to me kind of hot? Talked to both of them. We're chilling out. We go out and have drinks and everything. And he's with another girl. And I'm talking to these 2. And booze is flowing. I'm like, well, the 3 of us do something. Right. Okay. Oh, really? I'm like, oh, shit, oh, that's really out there. Right away, I'm like, I didn't even know how to act. Oh, okay. So we go back to the hotel. Kelly, I am not exaggerating. All night, all we did, just fucking bounced all over the floor, bed, everywhere, all 3 of us. Best sex ever. Here's the kicker. When it came time to leave, it was, sun's coming up, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to walk back to the car, and the girl's like, let me run to the restroom first. So the one girl goes in my bathroom, and she's in there for like 5 minutes or whatever. So they're talking to the other girl. We leave. I'm walking down the car, kissing both goodbye, blah, blah, blah. Get back in the elevator, come back up to the room. I walk in the room. I'm going, hell yeah. I walked in. Dude, worst smell I've ever smelled in my life.
What the fuck is that funky smell?
That hot ass chick went in my bathroom and took the dump of all dumps. I was like, damn, I was just banging that. Holy shit, it smells like something died in my bathroom, man. I told that story to a few civilians, and they just look at me like, God, that's bad, man. That was your first threesome. I said, I'd say it was my first threesome, not at all. So it was the one night with the two best looking women ever. Girl went in my bathroom, stunk up my hotel room for like 3 hours.
You dropped a bomb on me, baby.
I jiggled some shit loose back there, obviously. Because usually if you have a threesome, one girl is really good looking and one's not. But if she hung out with to deflect other men, but you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna get both of them, I don't care. But this one, they were both hot. And of course, it didn't end very well with the whole toilet thing, but I was thinking about a hotel, man. Somebody blows up your bathroom, they blow up your room, dude. It was horrible.
Right, because that seeps into the room. You can close the door all you want.
It's coming.
And that towel at the bottom of the door is not going to work either.
Yeah, the same way you keep your pot smoke in from the hallway. Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
You might want to remove that towel.
The towel turned yellow from sitting there for too long.
Let me ask you this: was this at the beginning of the run of the club that you were at, or the end?
It was the end of a run, and he was headlining. I was his opening, his feature act. I used to work with him on the road quite a bit.
Okay.
And it was just...
that is hilarious. That's hilarious.
That's the worst thing. They're like, oh, two hot chicks. This is perfect. When they come, oh, God. What the hell? What the hell did she do in that bathroom? Oh, my God. I never saw them again after that. I had to exercise that from my memory.
Woo!
Never saw them again, no. That was a typical one-nighter.
It
was a weekend room with a one-nighter built in, is how I like to put it.
Yeah. Weekend room with a one-nighter built in.
I've done that one probably, I don't know, half dozen, maybe 8 times over the years. But that was the best one that year. Well, we had a good time there. Well, the barbecue's good, too.
Yeah, they definitely got some good barbecue there.
I ate more than barbecue when I was there, though.
And so did that girl, obviously, because she
had something that fucked her bowels up, man.
I think the barbecue ate her.
Okay. I'm gonna end it right here because we've had 2 conversations and they were at least 2 hours each, and this is 1/4 through the first call, so I'm gonna cut it right here. But thanks for checking this out, and stay tuned because I have at least 7 more episodes coming straight to your ear holes and eyeballs. Subscribe to VIP, Versatile Ingenious Productions, so you can catch the next episodes of the Kelly Cast. Me, my bros, and Cuzzos. The Kelly Cast.
All right, wise guy, I'm going to ask you one question. You better answer it right, see? Are you subscribed to Versatile Ingenious Productions on YouTube? No, I'm not.
It's a wrong answer.
Let's treat each other better. You can start with me. Subscribe to VIP. Right now. What you waiting for? Damn.